Caregiver syndrome happens when the responsibilities of caring for someone else, whether it's your kids, your spouse, your parents, the pets, all of it, begins to take a toll on your health, your mood, and your sense of self. I just want to start out by listing some of the most common symptoms of what the medical experts call caregiver syndrome. You're constantly tired, even after you've had a full night's sleep. You have trouble concentrating or staying organized. You're irritable. You're short-tempered because you're fried from taking care of everybody. You feel emotionally numb or detached. You're losing interest in the things you used to enjoy. That one creeps up on you. And next thing you know, you feel like all you do is care for people and you haven't been to your book club in 6 months. You start withdrawing from friends and family or social situations, or you might notice that there's a change in appetite, or you're having trouble sleeping, or the sleep patterns are different, or maybe you're getting sick more often. And you keep going, oh, the allergy season is really bad this year. No, maybe it's caregiver syndrome. Maybe you're so worn down that you don't even realize it. You start to feel like your needs don't matter. And here's a big one. You feel guilty when you take any time for yourself. It's important to acknowledge that this is a particular type of stress. And there are 3 reasons why the stress feels so different than any other type of stress. First of all, it's the loneliness. Like you feel like nobody gets it. You're surrounded by people all the time, and yet you feel alone in this responsibility. 27% of caregivers, that's more than 6 million people in the United States, say they feel lonely. That loneliness is linked to an increase in depression and anxiety and even physical health problems. The second reason why caregiver stress is its own unique kind of stress is because the stress doesn't end. It's chronic. I mean, when you're taking care of an aging parent or little children, there's no finish line. And finally, the reason why this stress is so different than other forms of stress you may experience in your life is it's reshaping your relationships. Because you're not just a daughter or a partner or a parent anymore. You're the nurse. You're the driver. You're the advocate. You're the assistant. You're the one who has to keep it all together. Look, I see this in your emails. I see that you're isolated. I see that you're exhausted. I see that your relationships are strained. And the thing that bothers me is I also see that you're making yourself wrong over it. That's going to end today.
Okay, I think I hear the stove. Mom, what you doing? Mom? Mom, what are you doing? I don't want you... can you turn those off? Don't... Mom.
Huh.
Turn the stove off. What are you doing?
No, I'm cooking.
What do you mean you're cooking?
I'm making dinner.
But you're not supposed to use the stove.
What? I'm using it.
But you're not... Mom, you're not supposed to use the stove. You don't even have pans on. Those burners are flaming.
I want to make dinner.
Oh. Mom, you can't make dinner. You're not allowed to use the stove, remember?
No.
So this situation is not going to work. If you tell Mom you're not allowed to use the stove, that's belittling. She's going to fight you, right? That's a fighting word. So now we're going to try it a different way. Hey, Mom, what are you doing?
I'm making dinner.
Oh, you're making dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that is so nice of you. But Mom, guess what?
What?
Guess what?
What?
I am actually decided that I think I'm going to apply for chef school.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Be careful. Be careful. You're kind of close to that flame. But so because I'm going to apply for chef school, I need practice cooking. So how about, would it be okay if I cook dinner for you and then you could critique me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh.
So, well, I'm not quite ready for the stove yet. So can you help me turn the burners off?
Okay.
And then I got to kind of figure out what I want to make because I have to practice.
Okay.
So did you see the difference there? I wasn't like, hey, Mom, you're not allowed to use the stove. You can't use the stove because you're stupid and you have dementia and you're going to start a fire. And then I'm pissing her off, right? I'm setting her off even more because she's been cooking her whole life. And who am I, little pipsqueak, to tell her, hey, you're not allowed to cook. Oh, really? You're going to tell me I'm not allowed to do something? Because what does that do? It makes you want to do it even more, right? So instead, I said, hey, I'm actually thinking about going to chef school and I need practice cooking. Or you could say something like, you know what, my husband Bob's been kind of bitching about my cooking. So I don't know, could you maybe give me some tips and we could cook together? Or could I cook something for you and you could let me know what you think of my cooking? Because I would really appreciate that. That would help me out, right? Not that you can't. Help me out. Me, I need the help. Make sure you're following me for more tips and tricks about Alzheimer's and dementia.
Hey everybody, good morning, good Tuesday morning. To those of you who have been following me, you know that I am a caregiver. First it was for my father, now it's for my mother. And I want to share with you some things that we've gotten to make life a little easier for her, to get her stronger, and easier for me. Because you have to understand the caregiver, the person that they're caring for, is only as good as the caregiver. So let me show you. The first thing is this rolling card tray. And what it does is it goes up under the sofa. So if she's sitting there, she has a table right there in front of you. You know how hard it is sometimes to give them things. The other thing are these bars. So what you do is you assemble it. It goes under the sofa. And so when she's rising, she can use this for strength, because we all know, if we're caregiving for someone who has poor strength, this helps her with getting up, okay? So, okay, I thought I'd show you a demonstration on how this works for the sofa. So, the individual is here, and what it helps them to do, so what they do, they push down on it, and like that. Again, we got this from Amazon. It fits under the sofa cushion. You just assemble it. I put all this together myself. Again, it gives the individual the ability to build up their upper body strength and to get up, hopefully by themselves, unassisted if they're able. All right, y'all, that's my tip. Till the next time, be well, stay healthy, peace.
Talking about mouth care in late state. Option 1, we try to come in and try to, okay, let's see if we can. Come on, let's, can you open? Amanda, come on, come on, come on, come on, let's open. See, you can't do it. Mouth care in late state, option 2. I'm actually gonna start here, and I'm gonna start with seeing if my person is arousable. And I might or might not get eye contact, but I might get movement or some indication. What I might try now is reaching across, hand to the opposite shoulder. My elbow is supporting the head. So when she's coming back, Amanda, here you go. Now, notice that I'm bringing her arm in my hand. She's coming alongside, and what I'm doing, there you go, you got it, good, you got it, good, good, here we go, there you go. Now, what I did there is I brought her head forward and down a little bit, because when it's back like this, number one, it opens the airway, which saliva could go down into her throat and then unfortunately more toward her lungs than her esophagus. But the other thing that happens is when she's in this position, she feels like she has better control, and I'm not stretching muscles nearly as much. And so now we're getting here, and now I can reverse. Now I have to be thoughtful, and what I might want to do is come down here now, pause, see if I can get her arm more here, so it starts to feel more like we're closely connected. Notice there's no fingers over here. It's nothing but support. So I'm supporting in front of the shoulder and behind the head to help stabilize, and it shouldn't feel like I'm trying to do something that's not okay. It should feel like something that makes sense. If the head is going back, it's called head thrusting. Not that she's really trying to get away from me, but she's trying to pick her head up. But when she does that, it's hard to really control what's happening around the mouth. Depending on how she's interested, we can try some other techniques where she could actually feel like she's doing more and more. It really depends on how the hand is coming along at this point.
Hey everyone. So I want to show you something really cool today. So we talk a little about, problems, issues, behaviors, things like that. But I want to talk to you about personal safety. I want to show you something very cool if you haven't seen it before. So this is a product that's been, it's being tested mostly it's a Japanese company that's been making it, but I wanted to show you what it is. So one of the issues that people have at home with safety, people who are elderly, is that they fall quite a bit. So I want to show you a quick video, and I want you to look at it, and we'll talk about it afterwards. So check out this video. It is absolutely fascinating. Wasn't that great? That's so crazy. So here's the thing. Products like that are being invented every single day to help people who are older, people who are fall risks, people who have dementia. And as I see more of these, I will post them on here. And I would love to know if you've seen anything like this before, because these things are just so important as safety measures, especially if someone living in your house, you can't watch every single second of the day. So I hope that was interesting to you, and I'd love to hear what you think about it. Thanks.
Part 3 of essential supplies for in-home care. Disposable gloves are a non-negotiable. Get latex-free, and size medium should cover most caregivers. If your male loved ones have some sort of condition or on a medication that's causing them to go to the bathroom very frequently, get some urinals. They are very handy and helpful. We don't want to prevent the person from getting up and walking to the bathroom, but that can be really taxing for someone recovering from a hospital stay, especially if they're going multiple times an hour. The very best skin ointment diaper rash on the market right here. This stuff is sworn by medical professionals, caregivers in hospitals. It's been on the market for many, many years. Definitely use this if your loved one is incontinent and wearing briefs or sitting in any type of urine for any length of time. And definitely use it if your loved one is very immobile, if they're bedbound or just not moving like they used to. This will help protect the skin from breaking down, which is key. All of those products and then some more are linked on my link tree in my profile. And if this was helpful, why don't you share it with a friend?
I have been a caregiver for my grandmother for the last 8 years, and we have used several products over the years. But if I had to whittle it down to 2 products that we use religiously, it would have to be these pads and the diapers. So these pillows have underpads. Her bed is filled with underpads. You can see this underpad underneath the commode right here. Okay, kamo grandma?
Okay ko. Nung pamanyaw mo ka na ako, okay ko?
Okay, grandma. As you can see, we have a tower of diapers right here. We use these religiously. We use
Don't forget to smile. Ekam kakalingan ng Miley.
mo kakalingwan ita, ne? We use 1 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 3 at night, just as a reminder.
Hey, everything will be okay.
So we're going to cover a little bit now about dignity and incontinency. We do have some tips for you. Sometimes we get a little too excited about, oh my gosh, you need to go to the bathroom, it's been a while, and they get up and they may dribble, male or female, happens to both. They may actually start to go as you're walking to the bathroom, or even transform them from a chair into a wheelchair. Don't stress about it. Figure out the issue and find solutions. And we have several solutions. One is that they do make absorbent pads. This one is particularly for a female, but they make them for men too. And I find them on Amazon or in your other drugstores, department stores. The other thing to think about too is that there is another alternative, and these are washable pads that you can purchase through medical supply, or Amazon has them, and I will find the code numbers and put them in the link. They're very durable. We wash them over and over again. This one we've just particularly put in the recliner chair, but they also make them big enough to actually go in a bed. But we'll go over that at another time. But the main thing here is to maintain their dignity as they're losing control of those body functions and not make them stress out. So if you've had this type of situation with someone you're caring for or a loved one, and you've found a solution, please share that with us. We'd love to hear from you.
If you're an Alzheimer's caregiver looking for a solution to keep your loved one out of closets they shouldn't be in, this could be a solution for you. Behind me is my linen closet. It is a closet that my mom used to put food in, used to put trash in when she was in the beginning stages of her incontinence journey. She would put other treasures in, and so there needed to be some kind of solution to keep her out as well as other things out. As you can see, it's basically one of those bifold doors. I live in an older apartment, so it's very, very easy to operate this little bad boy. There's this little lever. It is plastic. When you want to open the door, you just slide it over and then you can open it, okay? And when you want to lock it or secure it, you just slide it over to the middle and now you can't open it. It's super affordable. You can find it on Amazon. I'll have it in my Amazon storefront, and hopefully it'll help you if you're trying to keep your loved one out of closets or keep your loved one from putting stuff in the closets.
Yep. Yay. Look at, oh shit. Oh no.
I get plenty of patients that come into clinic because of a fall. And 1 minute you're showing off your clothes, and next thing you know, you're flipping over a chair. And something as simple as this fall can result in a hip fracture, head trauma, ankle sprain, wrist sprain, whatever. But any of those injuries, especially for older patients, can have a lifelong lasting impression on that patient, and they'll have to navigate around that injury for the rest of their lives. So if you have any loved ones that are older, even if they want to show off them clothes, something simple, just make sure it's safe enough for them to do it. That's all I'm saying. I'll holler at y'all.
To be mindful of hidden hazards in your loved one's room. And that could include cords that might be out and be a fall hazard, or the fact that maybe the night light is broken. So you want to make sure that's fixed. You make sure that if there's anything on the ground, get that stuff out of the way, because those can be hazards for your loved one. And that is your nursing home safety tip of the day.
Okay, so you're living with your parents, your senior elderly parents, and you want to keep the house safe for them, especially on the patio in the backyard where they have to step up and step down to go out of the back door. Well, what you want to do is something like this. Now here's the patio door, and install a handrail, 2 handrails. This is made out of galvanized iron. There's a faceplate, the pipe, elbow, pipe, and the plate. Very simple to install. Hope that helps.
Traveling with an aging loved one this summer, you are going to want to go ahead and save this video and reference it for later.
Consult with your loved one's doctor and make sure they are fit for traveling. Also, if you're flying, request special assistance, priority boarding, or a wheelchair ahead of time.
Make sure you are packing documents and insurance cards, as well as extra medications, and always carry an extra set of clothing with you.
Manage your expectations. It may take longer to get through certain activities. Make sure you know their physical limitations and take breaks.
Always stay hydrated, always carry water, but remember, water alone is not always enough. So think about carrying hydration packs or Pedialyte with you.
And of course, always remember to have fun.
Because tomorrow is never promised.
Bon voyage.
Ciao.
Hannah, I'm just going to try to get you cleaned up because you're wet, okay? We're just going to change you. I'm just going to come in here and see if it's okay. It's okay. Now, only I'm going to bet that you guys are more like this. Yeah. I'm going to get your, okay, we're just going to take this off. And I'm going to, let me. True or not true? True. So we're going to. Hannah. Hey, it's Tipa. Hey, lady. Hey. Hannah, feel right here. Ugh. I think we want to get that drop. Okay? Okay. We're going to unfasten. Okay, you got it? Yeah. And push it down. Push it down. There you go. Good, good, good. Now, I'm going to reach across. Here you go. I'm going to move that out of the way. I want you to roll that way. Here, grab the rail. There you go. Good, 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 good. Okay, good. Excellent. Okay, now roll back to me. Here you come back to me. We got it. Good job. Thank you. Now, I'm going to get a dry one. Okay? Now, if you could sit up and could get up, I would say, hey, Hannah, I'm going to have you sit up. Come to me. Here. There you go. Good. There you go. Good. Hannah, we're going to get this off. Okay? Stand up. Okay, here we go. Now, am I taking you all the way to the bathroom? No. No. We are not going to do a full out cleanup. We are just going to take off the soiled, wet thing, unless she's had a bowel movement. We're going to take this baby off. We're going to let it drop. We're going to slap a new baby on, and we're done. Because all we're trying to do is keep the acid or the ammonia off the skin. That's all we're trying to do. You are the best. Here, let's get you back to bed. There you go. Thank you. How did that feel? Better?
Why does the person living with dementia like to hide things? Has your loved one ever hidden items in different spots around the house? The answer is yes. Don't worry, you're not alone. I've seen this happen a lot. Some common things I've seen hidden are jewelry under pillowcases, spoons in jacket pockets, coupons or papers in random drawers. And I want y'all to remember that the person living with dementia is going through a lot of brain changes. Some of these changes including memory loss, confusion, impaired judgment, behavioral changes. There are a lot of reasons that could result in causing them to hide things. Maybe these items give them a sense of security and they're scared that someone's going to steal these items from them. Or it could be that they're not even realizing they're doing this. Or maybe they're just bored. This week, I'll share 4 ways how I've handled this situation in the past when this does occur. So stay tuned.
No one prepares you for this. They absolutely do not. But here's 5 things I learned that I want everyone to make sure they do at the beginning, because we didn't do these things at the beginning, but it would have saved me a ton of time and a ton of money. Number 1, when you move them into the facility, immediately forward all the mail to you if you are the POA. If you're the power of attorney and you're going to be doing all that stuff, have all that stuff come to you. You weed through it. If there's birthday cards, things like that, you can go ahead and send that to your parents. But everything else you want to weed through, there's going to be a lot of scams, and you just want to try and get rid of that stuff. And you'll also find other things you probably need to take care of. Number 2, take their credit cards immediately. If they need money to go on excursions with the assisted living, want to buy some things like that, give them cash. If they lose $100, who cares? It's $100. Thousands can be lost from them having credit cards and giving out things and getting signed up for things. I had to get rid of car warranties, home warranties for properties we didn't even own. The list is huge. We also had my father purchase several, those like $300 or $400 to go on this timeshare vacation to sit down and hear the timeshare spiel. I had to get all those taken care of, call all these people. That was a huge, huge problem. Number 3, get their social security cards from them. They do not need their social security number. You need it if you're taking care of all their stuff. Put that in a safe spot in your home or in a safety deposit box, wherever you keep that type of stuff. They do not need their social security number, and you really hope they do not remember it anymore, because that can open a huge can of worms. Number 4, if they have a landline, you can call whoever your company is, say Verizon, and you can have a block put on spam calls. Will it stop everything? It won't stop everything, but it has definitely curbed the problem for us a little bit. And number 5, bank accounts. Make sure if you are their POA, here's 2 things to do with the bank accounts. You want to make sure if you're the POA that you're also the POD, which is paid on death, because your POA dies with them. So their money would be sitting there frozen until you could get a hold of it, unless it's in a trust. That's a whole other thing. So the POD would give you access to that cash to pay for things like funerals and all the things that go along with that. You don't want that cash to be frozen. You want to be able to touch that cash if something happens. And number 2 with the bank accounts is make sure your parents don't have checks, they always have paperwork hidden somewhere, especially if there's someone with dementia. They like to hide things. They like to make sure they can have their hands on things. Get those bank accounts from them. My dad was able to give out bank account numbers because he had hidden checks. I, in the end, changed bank account numbers. And then in the end, because he kept going to the bank and the bank kept giving him access, I changed banks altogether. But that's a whole other thing. But these are 5 things I wish I had done right off the bat that we didn't do. But if you can do that, get those done right away. Don't make the same mistakes that we made. No one told me this was going to happen, but it is going to happen.
So let's talk about more ways to help your loved one maintain their dignity and maintain their hygiene. First of all, establish a routine. Once a week they get a bath. In between, it's the sink type of, or with the basin, but at least once a week, twice a week, maybe if you're lucky, actually in a shower. It's kind of a tricky business because you don't want their skin to get too dry, so you have to look at what's appropriate for them. Items that are interesting and that work well are these hand wipes, and not the baby ones. These are an adult size. There's even some that you can put in the microwave and heat them for a few seconds to make them warm, which is helpful when you're doing those touch-ups in between. Skin prep is important if their skin is really dry. Your lotions may be fine, but you might need something that's unscented, or you might need something that is what they call an advanced hygiene and barrier system. The other thing that I like and works well is a facial mist that has scent to it. This one in particular is witch hazel with cucumber. So think about routine, things that are about products that they'll enjoy or that feel good to them, and think about hydrating and protecting your skin. Remember, your skin is your largest organ of your body, so you need to take good care of it so it doesn't get cracked and sore and infections too. So if you like these tips, if you want any more information about any products, please comment below, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Elder abuse cannot always be prevented, but I wanted to share with you 4 steps that you can take to help reduce an elderly person's risk for abuse. Number 1, stay connected. Regularly visit your loved one and check in on their well-being. Number 2, educate seniors. Inform them of the potential risk for abuse and how to seek help if it is occurring. Number 3, report any and all suspected abuse. If you suspect something's occurring, speak up. It's important that you report it to the authorities, and even if abuse is not occurring, it's better safe than sorry. Number 4, promote elder rights. Support policies and protect the rights and dignity of older adults. These preventative measures can be taken not just for your family members or immediate loved ones, but even just elderly people that you know as acquaintances, maybe a neighbor, maybe a person that you see at the grocery store frequently. Speak up, become an advocate in everyday life.
Some changes in my den to make it more accessible for me and less problematic. We had moved my washer and dryer that used to be in the basement, and we purchased the tower washer and dryer because it's one unit, it's very convenient, and it fit perfectly in a closet. So I have now the ability to do my laundry anytime I feel like it. I got rid of a couch that was here and so forth, and I purchased this double unit, which are recliners. And of course, having the recliner, you can always keep your feet elevated, which does help the swelling or prevent swelling and so forth. After having a fractured hip and then having a total knee replacement, my children had seen this advertised, so they purchased it. And it's like riding a bike, but it's not a bike. But it's easy, you can adjust it, you can do it at your speed, your tension, and it's very, very helpful.
We decided we're going to kidnap our sister and make her stay here because one of the things she can't do is reach our special locks.
I can't do it.
But these are very tricky.
Yep.
You pull them straight over and then around, and so it keeps our loved ones safe, right, sweetheart? We want to keep you safe and sound. Oh, I know. We don't want you to die. We want you to stay safe.
That's right.
So these locks can be gotten on Amazon. My brother-in-law did have to install them, but they are very tricky. All right, so